I come from a family of, we are 15.
Wow. That's a big number.
And I'm the last born. Of course, I do love summer, you know. I have to show what I'm working on.
Yeah.
So during summer, when I look at some muscles coming up, I just feel like, let me go and put in more. But spiritual life has been a controversial issue.
Yeah.
So I thought, you being my friend, you know, yeah, I always feel judged. But one thing is that those people who are close to me, they do know me, they do understand who I am. Now, and that made me lose some of my friends. But I'm glad that, you know, in life, even when people leave, God will never leave you. You know, if you have a product, you're the one who has to make it be known and all that.
What would you say is your secret to friendship?
Conversational, being
Intentional.
Yeah. Being in high school, I was always considered as those people who play badminton, and badminton was always seen as for the weak. So now when I talk about winning the face of Africa, it came as a very big surprise. Should I show you this sash? Last week I was nearly dying. I saw death, man.
This is Lebo Talks, turning darkness to light.
Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to Lebo Talks. My name is Caleb Mutwiwa and I'm going to be your host. Now in this podcast, we're going to share stories that are going to inspire you, that are going to encourage you with the aim of turning darkness into light. And my first guest is none other than Abiton Olukoye. He is a scientist, a fashion enthusiast, a fitness enthusiast, and a very great friend of mine. So welcome, Abiton.
Thank you.
You're looking amazing.
Oh, this is my thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I like the introduction. Oh, it's really good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So how is the weather? How are you feeling about today?
Today is, because we are in spring, so it is not that warm and it's not that cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the temperatures, you can see my dress code.
Yeah.
It is not, we are not yet in summer, but we are just in between there. So yeah, I think the weather is quite fine. It's just a chilly day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you prefer summer over winter.
Of course, I do love summer, you know. I have to show what I'm working on.
Yeah. You have to show the work that you've put in.
Yes, the work that I put in, you know, as you just highlighted, I do love working out. I love gym so much. And so during summer, when I look at some muscles coming up, I just feel like, let me go and put in more. But you know, during winter, we covered up and everything. Yeah, but I still do. I've still been working out even during winter.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So maybe we can go back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about yourself, like growing up. Yeah, briefly, like your childhood.
Oh, okay. You want to know who Olukoye is?
Yeah, I want to know who Olukoye is.
Okay. Olukoye Abiton, as now a lot of people maybe know me. That's my official names. I go by Olukoye, Abiton, Atolwa being my surname. But when you go in my village and you look for those people, you'll find different people because my mom calls me Bob. So that is my nickname that is known all over. And I think it's the name that I use that is used back in the village there. So growing up, I was brought up with my mom, and I was with she is the one who took care of me up to I was with her with my mother and my brothers, and she really shaped the person whom you are seeing at this time. School in a village school there.
That is back in Kenya?
Yeah, that is back in Kenya. Oh, I'm in China.
Yeah, of course.
That is back in Kenya. I was in a local primary school. Went the normal local primary school. Then went to high school. Of course, I passed exams. So went to the high school, also just a district school. Should I mention it?
Vihiga in Vihiga County.
Yes, it's in Vihiga County. Should I mention the school?
Please, of course.
Okay, yeah, the great Hobunaka Secondary School.
Wow,
Yes,
amazing.
it was a district school where and then from there I managed to go to JKUAT, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, did biotechnology, and now I'm here in China doing masters that is in natural science, and I'm grateful to God for all this.
Yeah.
So basically, Olukoye or Abiton has been a child who has been brought up in the village for the most time, because I schooled there for the up to class 8. Those are 8 years, and then the high school, because it was a district school, so it was a day school. I used to go and come home. I just shifted to go to the Nairobi city for the undergraduate. But basically, I grew up in the village doing the normal village boy things. Yes.
Tell me briefly about your father. May his soul rest in peace.
Oh, okay. I think
how was your relationship with him?
I am uneasy to talk about that, but simply because I really didn't expect you'll ask me about that. But yeah, my father was an amazing man. The late Atolwa. I did not have a very good relationship with him. Because growing up, I grew up with my mom, so I didn't have very one-on-one connection up to when I was in high school. I think around in Form 2. Yeah, which year was that? In Form 2, that was 2012. That's when although I knew him. I knew, my mom had told me, that is your father and all that. So I knew him. I knew who he was, but I didn't have one-on-one connection. So in Form 2, I now shifted from living with my mom and went to live with him. And it was just I think for some few months, but my brothers decided I go to boarding school. So the same school. I didn't leave Hobunaka, but then I went to the boarding section because our school was day and boarding. So I went to the boarding school. I could just come home maybe during the holidays and be with him. And our relationship was quite improving until, in Form 4, when now I had just finished my KCSE. I remember very well, it was now when now I'm going to be with him most of the time, because even during the holidays, my brother could take me to Nairobi, so I wasn't with the interaction with one-on-one with him. But now when I had just finished Form 4, unfortunately, he passed. And so I didn't have much time with him. Yes. But he was a great man who loved me so much and acknowledged me as his son.
Great. So what would you say are some of the things that you love about your family?
Oh, my family. I come from a family of, we are 15.
Wow. That's a big number.
And I'm the last born. Okay. It is a complicated family, kind of. When I say 15, you will wonder, is it from the same mother? Oh, no, it's not from the same mom. But all of us, we... how am I supposed to say it? Okay, I have 15 brothers and sisters. That is it. Just know it like that. And I look at them as a source of aspiration, because those guys have really maybe protected me in a lot of things, and they have really been there. And the age difference between me and the brother that just after him and then me, it is 10 years. So you see that age gap, it made me be the smallest one and really be protected with them. Yes. But I have a very loving and caring brothers and sisters.
Interesting.
Yes.
Nice.
Some have died, I think, Two, two, like my sis, my elder sis, and my two sisters. Yes.
Great. Now, talking about spiritual matters, how is your relationship with God?
Why would you ask me that?
It's family, spirituality, all these things.
My spiritual life has been a controversial issue.
Yeah.
So I thought you being my friend, you
as a friend I know.
Yeah.
But
okay,
the audience would like to know about your relationship with God.
My spiritual life has been a very controversial issue, and I will say it like in a very few sentences here. I was brought up with a mom who was very spiritual, and my mom took me to church, just like any other boy, or any other child, I used to sing. When you go back home, they know me as a very, that boy who used to sing so much in church. And I went to high school. That's okay. That is back even in primary school. I was the head of the Christian Union. So I'm not just talking about I'm trying to give up the basic of my spiritual journey or my Christianity life. So in primary school I was the Christian leader, and that means I was so much I knew about God, and I was I knew about God, that is. I went to high school. I was also very active in Christian Union. I was among those boys in high school who were when they come and people are Unim Swasi you. I know that is in Sheng, Unim Swasi you and stuff like that. And then when I went to high school, from high school now, that is to campus, I was also very, very active. That is in the Christian Matters, in the Christian Union, and all that. And I was also a leader in. I had several leadership positions that I served in. Oh, thank you. I think it was making a lot of noise, the SC, and now I can, So serving in the Christian Union, that is in university, really shaped me. The JQuat CU was a very serious Christian community, whereby we really learned a lot, especially in the and it was about growth in our spiritual and my salvation life and all that. But when I graduated and now left the university, now I'm on my own, and I was in Nairobi, left and went to Kisumu, my life kind of changed a bit, because my Christian community that I was used to wasn't present now in Kisumu. So, and I think I always I knew about the teachings of God. I knew about the basic, everything that you have to do this, and all that. But maybe I didn't have that, the real relationship, or maybe the real person, or maybe the awakening of the salvation life, or maybe the Christian life in me. You're doing good, you're living like this, you're doing all those, the normal Christian kind of life, But when I now out of campus, I'm out there on my own. My Christianity journey has been growing, and I'll say I was doing maybe some things that are not considered Christian-like, and that made me lose those, some of my friends whom I was with, because they used to see maybe I have changed the way of life. Maybe I have because I started loving fashion, the kind of dress code, you see the way I'm dressed now, and that made me lose some of my friends. But I'm glad that in life, even when people leave, God will never leave you. And the one thing that I will always say, it's about your relationship. My relationship with God, it is personal, and it's good, and it's intact. And God has been keeping me, and I'm seeing His work in my life.
And that's the most important thing.
In short, my spiritual life has been on the trajectory of growth, and I'm growing in that area. I'm still having a lot to know and a lot to learn, and a lot of awakening to and that is it.
Do you sometimes feel judged in terms of your spirituality?
I just don't feel I have been judged.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been judged several times.
Yeah.
I've been judged in a way whereby,
Maybe this is not the Abiton that we knew.
Yes, such kind of question. And oh brother, you have left the walk, the Christianity walk, but just because maybe I know like Casiluni.
Yeah, the missions.
Yes,
you
the
always
missions
tell me
and
about
all
the
that
missions.
and all that. Yeah, because I was very active in missions. I was I served in the mission. How do we call it? The missions office. Yeah, that is in campus. So I was very, very active in missions, and that's what I was known like. Even in my classmates or not my classmates back in campus, they just knew Abiton as that guy who on like all my days, all the activities are involved around the church. So now when I started involving other activities, we are humans and we have to grow in all aspects. Just because my spiritual life is growing, my spiritual life has to grow, my social life has to grow, and my academic life has also to grow. But now I found one area had really grown so much, and other my social life was just kind of limited in a way. So when I came to this kind of social life whereby I really want to live like the real me. I want to be myself. I love fashion. I want to dress properly, but there is a certain standard way whereby maybe it is always felt like, as Christian, you should do's and don'ts. So yeah, I always feel judged. But one thing is that those people who are close to me, they do know me, they do understand who I am, and that is it.
Yeah.
God loves me.
Yeah. But the good thing is that you're growing in spirituality, reading the Bible, and you have a personal relationship with God, irrespective of what people would expect and want to maybe see or even put on yourself.
Yeah. That I think you have just said one of the something that I always tell myself. Sometimes we put a certain picture of what people want us to see, I wear a certain face. Like on Sunday, I'm in this kind of a certain dress code and a certain a certain way that I want the society, maybe people to look at me. But that's not who I am. And when you continue living that kind of a lie, you continue living that kind of each and every time, even in yourself, you're judging yourself and you living just to please people or maybe according to some set rules. Who set those rules?
Yeah.
Who said it should be like that? Yeah.
All right. So a little bit about your interests. I know you love music.
Yes, so much.
So I wanted us to briefly talk about that.
Music.
What's your favorite genre of music?
Oh, I love Beyonce.
Okay, I know Beyonce is your favorite artist.
Yes.
But now, you might love her as an artist.
Yes.
But is it the genre of music that you...
Oh, when it comes to music, I as an African guy, I love music that basically, I know it is quite contradictory, but I love good music.
Good.
Let me say, I don't have a specific beat of some music that is just attached to me. So I listen to good music. I listen to good vibes and the creativity that comes in with the music. With specific artists, the way I have said, I generally love everything about Beyonce with her music and all that. So yeah. But now with all other music, I really love music that is, especially in Kenya, maybe I'll say I love Bien. There is my classmate whom I was with. He's excelling in his career. I love his music.
Yeah.
And I do love also the Christian music for my spiritual life. And I listen to Tarab too.
Yeah.
Yes, especially on Sundays.
Yeah, many times I've come to your house. I think even today you're playing
Even today in the morning, because it relaxes me. When I'm maybe sometimes nervous with things, balancing like a lot of things. I just sometimes listen to music that is relaxing me, and that's why I listen to, maybe I'll be listening to Tarab, or maybe listening to Rumba, and that's it.
Yeah. Have you tried some Chinese music?
Oh, I think I had. This is it. When I received the scholarship, because I'm on scholarship, when I received the scholarship that is in Kenya, I used to listen to Chinese music when I was in Kenya. So much. Like, I even knew how some of them, like, because I thought, like, when I go to China, I will wow them with, ni hao, I can sing like Chinese and all that. But the contrast is, when I came to China, now I don't listen to any Chinese music at all. I don't.
Yeah.
I think it was, I was just maybe like, I had so much interest because I had not stepped in the land. But when I came here, I don't listen to Chinese music.
Speaking of Chinese music, congratulations for making it to China.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you ended up in China.
Oh, yeah. I came to China to study. So basically, I'm a student. I'm a master's student. In botany, that is in natural sciences. I received the scholarship back then in 2020. I was still undergraduate. So I received the scholarship during the first semester in fourth year, in fourth year when I was still undergraduate. So I was just to transit from undergraduate direct to masters. That is direct and start masters in 2020, because I did the application 2019.
Yeah.
Yes, 2019. It's when I did the application. So I had there's like once in 2020 I just kick in like with masters directly from undergraduate. But unfortunately, COVID came and a lot of things happened, and we couldn't be able to come to China until 2023 is when I came over here. So
I wanted to ask you about that gap you've received. You just left undergraduate. Now you've received a scholarship, but then because of COVID, it's not possible for you to come. You end up spending like 2 years.
Yes.
Before you transition to China. How did that period impact you as an individual?
I'm grateful to God for that period. Because it shaped me. It made me be aware of a lot of things. As I have earlier told you, my life generally back then was, I think, especially in campus level, I knew about only 3 things. That was academia, books, the library, the Christian Union life and the church, and then home. So I did not have even time for knowing who Abiton is apart from all those 3 things only. But COVID comes in. We had not even graduated, because we went home. The COVID came in 2019 and we went home. And I have later on I received when I received the scholarship, was like very sad, because now I have the scholarship, but I cannot be able to go to China, And what I knew, I had planned. I usually even used to tell my friends, if I don't proceed on with masters, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, because the only thing that I think I can do, it is academia, like academics. I don't think if there is any other thing that I can be able to do. So I knew only that. And now here is COVID. What am I going to do? So I had to survive and to know, like, now I have finished campus, and I need money. I need to live. And that's when I had to hustle for my first job. The job that I think I loved, and I never knew I could be able to do it. So I started doing, I became a med rep, a medical representative, whereby I was working with a pharmaceutical company, and I was posted to Kisumu. So I left Nairobi and went to Kisumu, and I realized, I can talk, I can sell. By that, I can sell I can sell anything to you. Yeah, I learned. So that's the time that I started working as a pharmaceutical med rep. That is for the 2 years that during that time, that the period. And I'm grateful for the connections that I made, the friendship that I had, that I have made with people and all that. And I could talk to people like cardiologists, senior orthopedics, and I'm like, oh, I can be able to convince an orthopedician to buy our products.
Yeah.
I think, so it was a moment of growth for me, knowing my skills, knowing my strength, and a lot of things that I can be able to do. Yes.
Do you feel like there's a point in time where it will come to maybe you're thinking of doing marketing as professionally, or even maybe go to school to study marketing? Because I think you're a good marketer.
Yeah, thank you for the compliment.
Yeah.
I talk a lot. So when I talk, I if you have a product, you're the one who has to make it like be known and all that. So the skill or the knowledge that I got in the field of marketing and sales, I would use it to market my gym once I develop one.
Wow.
Yes.
We will get to that. We will get to your interest.
Okay. I'm just saying. So I know I will be able to use those skills one day, one at a time, because I know one day, one time, once I finish, I have like a lot of plans that I'm planning to do, and I'll use those skills to sell to you guys what I'll be doing at that time.
Interesting.
Yes.
So let's come back to China. How is your experience so far?
China. So beautiful. China it has been wonderful with friends like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friends, especially with my friends, they have made, China has been great. I don't know what the experience, do you want me to say the experience, what is the expectations?
Growth, have you grown as an individual? Is there maybe any experience or even a particular event that happened to you that you felt, this maybe was my lowest? Like, how is your experience so far?
It's been, because I came in 2023, so that is that in Feb. A lot has happened. When I came, I had never stepped,
outside
outside, I had never been in a flight. First of all, let me start. I never been, even the local ones from Nairobi to Kisumu, I had never been in one.
Yeah.
And now my first flight, I'm using there, getting there, I'm with you guys, and and it was all fun, and we're taking the pictures and stuff. We are very excited. We come to China, we find, there is these seasons that we used to learn in science. So they really exist because we came during winter time. I think it was such a time, and it was quite cold, so experiencing the seasons, it's a good thing, experiencing. Then summer comes in, then spring comes in. So it has been like it has been a very good experience. And I also say I have grown and learned like a lot about me. I say I have just been on a journey of learning things. I have had low moments, like the lowest, but I thank God because of my friends. When that moment when you feel like even you want to give up, you want to just quit. Especially I think this year, I was even at a point of just feeling like I should just go home because a lot was happening, like just a lot was happening. And I was feeling like I think I should just don't tell anyone, just maybe book a flight, go to Tianhe Airport and go, and then you guys are looking, where is this guy? But I thank God for friends like you, when we talk and then we encourage each other and we just tell each other to push on. That is on the lowest side. But on the positive side, I have been able to tour China. I've been able to travel to other cities. I've enjoyed the other cities, the life, the nightlife. Kind of a guy who goes out on Fridays. I don't sit on Fridays and on a weekend in my room feeling lonely. Yeah. So I'm out there partying, enjoying.
Yeah. You're very outgoing, and I think it's the secret to having a good life, like trying to balance your studies and also your life in China.
I work hard. I party hard.
Exactly, that's profound. Okay. Now, speaking of friendship, I realize you just mentioned about how maybe friends have been impactful to you, like in your stay in China. What would you say is your secret to friendship?
Conversational, being intentional. Yeah, just I'm the one who decides this person is going to be my friend. I'm the one who decides you're going to be my friend.
Yeah.
So the intentions of the and the effort that I put in, I think I have been complaining whereby I was like I introduce my friends to my friends, but sometimes I don't know the friends of my friends, and then I realize it's because I talk a lot about my friends. So with friendship, I really believe in friendship because friends have always been there, have always been present in my life. And, with good friendship, you get you'll always have, how to say this? That's the Chinese way to say, to say how to, yeah. So I like you always have a shoulder to lean on in most of the times. Sometimes when you are low, maybe even you are celebrating your high,
best
moments. You want to have people around you. So with my friends, I do love my friends, and when I say I do love my friends, I really mean it, and I give in I give in the strength and the energy that I'm supposed to. Yeah. So I have developed a family around me. I have developed a family around me, and that is it with friendship.
This is Lebo Talks, turning darkness to light.
Okay. Still speaking about China, is there a specific area that you feel that you've grown while in China?
Yeah, I have grown in several specific areas. China has a lot of different culture from what maybe that I grew knowing. I have been able to meet people from different countries, and not now just communities. Like maybe when we are in Kenya, we talk about several communities, and I think I have loved even Kenya more. Like I've become more Kenyan by being in China, because when I meet again, with the bracelet and all Kenyans have this, I don't have to ask someone which community are you coming from. It's just you're from Kenya. Oh, we are already and making friends with different countries, and also learning about different cultural aspects. It has really been a point of growth for me. And I have attended a lot of activities, the social activities, some universities are hosting the cultural events whereby we go and see also the culture of other people and join them. And that's why I always tell for the first years who come, especially to the institute, do the most during that time, because I do the most during the first year, because at that time you don't have a lot of academic pressure or maybe academic tension, compared to right now, I'm so busy with the thesis writing and all that, so I cannot maybe really be able to experience a lot of things. But during that first year, I am so glad I really utilized time with the friends that I got, with the people that I found, and I was able to interact with a lot of people, and I can proudly say I really enjoy that, and it shaped who I am. And because being now I'm in this country had made me also to get to know what can I be able to do during my free time. When I was in Kenya, I had never stepped in gym, for real. I had never thought I could go maybe and start working out and that. But when I came here, I have the free time that, and I'm my mental health and all that, what will make me run away maybe sometimes, or maybe not even run away, that what can I do that takes me away from the studies. So that's when I developed I developed this interest in working out in gym and the track running. I have been able to run 21 kilometers, and like that's something that I never knew I could do. Being in high school, I was always considered as like those people who play badminton, and badminton was always seen as for the weak people.
The softies.
Yeah, the softies in the school, being bullied around. As the softies. But now I was also my way. By the way, one thing that I think I have, and it's something maybe we can talk about later, it is the struggle with the weight, with the like maybe being underweight or maybe like overweight and all that, So I'll say all this is things that I have been able to recognize or maybe realize them while over here in China, because I was always feeling like I'm underweight and all that. But when I came here, I put in the effort that I had to, and now I'm at a level whereby I feel like I am okay, but not still there, and still working on it. And what else? I think just getting to know me, realizing things that I can be able to do. I even joined I have been able to participate in the modeling, things, I've been able to my academic life has grown. I'm doing the research that I'm doing. So everything, I feel like I'm growing in all aspects of life, with the friendship. Also maintaining friendship while like my friends who are in Kenya and over here, it is not easy. It is it takes effort. So balancing all those things, it is quite a thing for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, speaking about your interests and as a friend, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate you for the currently the position that you hold as the face of Africa. How does that award feel? How do you feel?
You can see it even in my face. I've never believed it. I've never modeled people.
It was your first time. It was your debut.
That is it. Here in China, I always say everything has been my first, my first, and then I realized, I can be able to do this. I look at myself and I realize I am more than what I think I used to believe in. I used to believe in I'm just a weak guy. I am not seen. No one can see me. No one can all that. But I think when I put out myself over there, the only thing that I'm so sure I knew, it was the academic stuff. That one, it was.
You are good.
Yeah, it was good because I knew people recognize me for that. But these other things, I wasn't being able. So now when I talk about winning the Face of Africa, it came as a very big surprise. Should I show you the sash? I walked with it.
Sure.
It's just somewhere here. Yeah, this is it.
Nice. Congratulations. You can write.
I feel it's too much. I feel it's too much. But I look at it with when it is in my room with the name the Face of Africa, the male category. I just look at it and it encourages me so much. I tend to know that I can be able to do a lot of things.
It's a constant reminder.
Yes, it's a constant reminder. I think I'll just put it there.
Yeah.
It is a constant reminder to continue putting in effort in things that I love. If I feel that I want to do this, I'm not going to be limited into something. There's a movie that I think I love, not being limited with the gravity. The society says we should be like this, we should do this, and we should. And sometimes you feel like being limited in a way. So that's not what I'm doing. Currently, I am on the face of I want to grow. And this one title that I was able to win by just the first thing, it made me know that I am the strength that I have in me. It is I don't have to be limited by me. And sometimes this is what happens. Sometimes we are limited to our thoughts or maybe to specific things because of one thing, childhood traumas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereby you feel like you are less. You feel like you are less and you cannot be able to do something. Maybe some words like were spoken, especially like, wewe hata uwezi, wewe kitu unajua tu ni kusoma pekee, hakuna kitu kingine unafanya. I remember, and that's the only thing like you just feel like you can only be able to do. But I have been working on myself. Another thing that I think has been, it's also growth. I've been able to read novels. I've been reading novels. I've been listening to podcasts. I've really been working on myself just to grow and that is, and deal with the mountain, whereby the mountain being me. So I have to find me and be able to grow. And that's why I'm here, the current face of Africa. Yes, in Wuhan chapter. Yes.
It's face of Africa, Wuhan
chapter. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
Interesting. Congratulations so much.
Thank you for reminding me that. When I was out the other day, that's last Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had, because I'm in a very busy season right now with academia and all that, I had forgotten, like, so if someone comes to me and says, I think I know you, I'm like, how do you know me? Initially when I used to go out, like there wasn't like that tension of maybe like people know me. I was just that boy in the background. But now,
I mean, you're a celebrity now.
Not really. Like I think I have not reached that point of saying
you're
like
heading there. It's baby steps. You'll get there.
Thank you for that. And I believe I believe like I'm getting there. I'm getting there because definitely I love what I'm doing. Yeah, and so I was just telling you. So when that guy told me, you're the current face of Africa in Wuhan, and I was like, I had forgotten that. So how are you? How is everything? How like I'm fine and all that. Yeah. So the title also comes with some pressures. Like initially I used to be that like cool dance and all that. Just without. People always look for publicity and maybe to just tarnish things sometimes. So but it's a good thing. No, not.
Tell me how much did it take to prepare for this position? What went into it?
It took some time, but it didn't take a lot of time because one thing that I think we were preparing for midterm. I don't know if
it was around January.
No, we had already done the midterm. Yes, so now we it was just the
submission and everything.
The submission and the thesis work thing, So I didn't put in a lot of. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I did not put in much effort. Even for the rehearsals, when people were going for the rehearsals, I didn't go for the rehearsals because on that day I was having like meeting and discussions with my teacher. My project wasn't going on well. I'm having this analysis that is eating me in my head. But at the same time, I want to experience this other like what I want to do, what I love, because this always takes me away from at least science in a way, and I didn't. But I did put in the effort, but not that much. I'll say that I didn't put in much effort of maybe what is required. But I'm glad I was able to learn on TikTok, thanks to TikTok and the social media. I was able to learn like the moves. I don't feel like I have the best of the moves, but I'm still perfecting. I was telling one of my lady friends, and she was telling me, that one we can just, we know how to go about it. And so that is.
Is it something that you're willing to keep growing?
I look at it, after I won, it attracted other people who are in that industry, people who are in the modeling thing to contact me, and I see what they're doing. It's great stuff. But I really I'm not so sure when I go back to Kenya that if I will continue. I'm not so sure because I feel like it takes a lot. And I have science with me. I have the fitness thing with me that I want to do, and then I have at the same time there's the modeling thing that comes in, and I feel like I really need to. It's something that I'm still considering, but I can't say like I have made my decision. That's the direction that I'm going to take. But I love to, although the energy that is required sometimes is insane, bro.
So there's the gym, there's the
Yes.
fitness,
Yes.
there's pigeonry, that is
Yes.
the modeling,
Yes.
and there's science.
Yes.
Please rank them for me.
I think you'll think, they always say do what's your passion, or maybe follow your passion, maybe follow your heart. All those three are my passion. Like, if I rank, I don't know how I can rank them, because I feel like all of them have a way that that they balance me. Like, they make who Olukoye or who Abiton or who Bob is. I wake up in the morning, do my normal 10 push-ups and stuff, and then several squats there, go to the office and do my research work. That is science, you see. And then in the evening, I have to cool off. I have to do something different. I'm back for the fitness. I'm in the gym. And later on, maybe during the weekend, I want to feel nice. I want to go out there. I'm that guy who will go to the office and to the, like, okay, we call our with this office, and someone asks me, where are you going? And I'm like, oh, I'm going dressed like that. So I try to balance all these things. So when it comes maybe to ranking,
which comes first? Just tell me which is number one. Number one, which one is number one?
Fitness.
Great.
Fitness
Great.
makes me really love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're willing to do something about fitness in the future, maybe 10 years from now?
I really even want to go in school and learn more about like so that I not to do things like when in the gym, like, there's a lot of things that surrounds that area. Yeah. So I will even go to a school and like maybe learn more about fitness, and it comes with a lot. Fitness comes with the eating style, like the what do you eat, what are you the exercise then comes in, because you can be going to the gym or maybe going to the gym every day, but what you're eating isn't, you're not doing it as per the required standards, and you find like you're not even getting there. So I will put in more effort even in that area.
Still speaking about the face of Wuhan, how would you like maybe your position as the current face of Wuhan, face of Africa Wuhan? How would you like you to be more impactful, or what would you like to see maybe happening now that you're the current face of Africa?
Face of Africa in Wuhan chapter. It is a position that I think it's not given much respect as it should be, or maybe it's not as recognized as it should be. And I understand it because, everyone has their own things that is going on. Wuhan, basically, it's a place whereby you'll find students more. You won't find like people who are working. And being students, we have a lot of things that comes in. We give our academia even more priority. But what I would love to see it, or maybe like the interest of us even as students, like being able, if I could be able maybe to even like being able to reach out like to especially the social welfare thing with the students over here in Wuhan, people going on through things, people going through the mental health and all that. It is one thing that I think, being that I am maybe like a representative and all that. People, when students or maybe fellow African bears are going through like the stress, the mental health issues, I can be able to reach out to them and maybe have a platform that addresses that kind of issues. Because even you find like sometimes in different institutes, maybe there's someone is going through a problem, and when maybe you need someone to talk to, you have to go to maybe like maybe a Chinese home. It is sometimes maybe difficult to really express what you're going through in. So basically on the mental health area is one of my biggest things that I would really love to advocate for.
Wow, interesting.
Yes.
Okay. How often do you work out? Like in a week?
Thrice. I think I do on Monday, and Mondays, on Wednesdays and Fridays. Although Fridays have always been because sometimes I want to go out also. But I just try Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in the morning, I have also to do just the every person. By the way, I think everybody should be able to do push-ups and squats in the morning when you wake up. It's just basic.
So for these 3 days, is there a particular part of your body that you're specifically working towards, like achieving, or is just general body improvement, fitness?
I have with the fitness, you can't just, the people maybe who are just working with the chest only, with the maybe legs only, but I have a calendar, maybe a way that I do, because maybe on Monday I'm doing with the upper body, and on Mondays I'm doing the upper body. On Wednesday I repeat the upper. I do